Hi, welcome to another video on the My Fragrance journey. This video is for the fathers, right? So this video has been inspired by an article that I saw on Cosmopolitan magazine around the top 12 fragrances for Father's Day, right? So it was like a recommendation list. And obviously when it comes to high-end great fragrances, there's a lot out there. So on that list there was 12, and I felt I could redo it a little bit and maybe just put in my favorites there and what I recommend as great fragrances to honor your father this coming Father's Day, right? So at number 10, not because of any particular order, but just as a mention, right? So at number 10, a favorite of mine, this is Jean-Pierre Paul Gaultier's Le Mal Elixar, right? So yeah, just a disclaimer, I don't have all the fragrances here, right? So I don't have all the fragrances, so just a few I will show on the screen, right? So at number 10, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Mal Elixir. So it's a honey tobacco type of fragrance, right? So it's got a sweet side and it's got that soft tobacco, not too harsh. Brilliant. So notes here, quick run through. Lavender mint at the top. The mid, you've got vanilla and benzoin, and then the base notes are honey, tonka bean, and tobacco, right? Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I love it. It's almost finished, right? Yeah, and then at number 9, a fragrance released this year from the house of Elie Saab. And I think it's their first male fragrance, right? They do a lot of female fragrances, and I think they decided to get into the male game, right? So the reason why I have this here, even though it's not a very popular mainstream brand, while I was at one of the retail stores, as I do sampling and smelling different scents, from a distance I could smell it, and I looked and I saw this thing, and it's got a blue type of scent, very spicy. So top notes, pink pepper, bergamot, and then the mid you've got cedarwood, vetiver, and then the base you've got myrrh and patchouli. So it is super strong, it smells good, so hence it landed up on this list. Lots of fragrances didn't land up on this list, but hey, just one of these or maybe a flanker of anything on this list, you'll be doing well for the dad. Honor the dads, man. We deserve to smell nice, and mothers, wives, you'd like your father to your child one day to remember the scent of their father, because one day they'll be gone and all that you'll have is the smell and the memories. And definitely this list here will help with those memories, right? And then at number 8, from the house of Giorgio Armani, from the Acqua line, Profondo Parfum. Also a recent release from this Acqua line with many, many flankers. And from this line, guys, I recommend anything, right? Even the OG Acqua is a good fragrance, right? All-time classic, right? So top notes, you've got marine notes, green mandarin, and then the mid you've got mimosa, and then the base you've got patchouli and lepton. So very simple note breakdown, but this is an aquatic fresh type of scent here, right? So yeah, so that's Acqua Profondo Parfum, right? And then at number 7 you've got from the Salvatore Ferragamo stable, from the Ferragamo line of fragrances, spicy leather, right? So from the line I've got 2. I don't have this one, but definitely I think this one is definitely the best of the bunch. I think it's the most expensive and also just the best overall fragrance composition, right? So top note there, saffron, lemon, bergamot, so fresh up top. And then you've got the mid of black pepper, nutmeg, clary sage, and cedar, and then the base you've got leather, sandalwood, and patchouli, right? So Salvatore Ferragamo spicy leather, right? And at number 6, a fragrance that really surprised me, pleasantly so, because I'm sometimes a bit down on Hugo Boss, right? So this one from the Boss bottled line, Boss bottled Absolu, right? So it was hot on the tails of the Boss Bottle Parfum, I think. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So it came Boss Bottle Absolute. And this one is a beast of note. It's memorable. It's just, it smells good. Mainly because of the note of incense and myrrh that I see here. So top notes, incense, leather. A mid, you've got patchouli, myrrh, and then the base, you've got Davana and cedarwood, right? So that's Hugo Boss Bottled Absolu. Love, love, love it, right? The next one from the house of Versace. This is an all-time great fragrance. It's been around for a while. It's had a couple of flankers recently, and this is Versace Eros, the EDP version of it, right? So beautiful, beautiful fragrance, so-called clubbing fragrance, whatever that means. But it is super strong. It smells good, and it's just a great fragrance overall, right? So top notes here are mint, candy apple, lemon, mandarin. And then the mid, you've got abroxin, geranium, clary sage. And then the base, you've got vanilla, cedar, sandalwood, bitter orange, patchouli, and leather, right? So a great, great fragrance that, you know, the father in your life will enjoy, right? And then the next one, a favorite that I have in my collection, I had it for my wedding. It was the fragrance that I wore on my wedding day a couple of years ago. From the house of Christian Dior Sauvage, the Elixar, right? The 60 ml one. Very pricey at the time. There's 100 ml now out, even more pricier. But this stuff is super strong, right? So this stuff is an 80s type of fragrance, remade, modernized, and just put out there to do damage, right? So it doesn't smell like any of the other Dior Sauvages that would have probably made the list as, you know, worthy contenders on this list. And then yeah, top notes: nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom, and grapefruit. And then the mid, you've got lavender. And then the base, you've got licorice, sandalwood, amber, patchouli, and Haitian vetiver. So that licorice is the note that I really, really love in this fragrance. That's what gives it a punch. It is super strong. 2 sprays last the whole day, right? So that's Dior Sauvage Elixir, right? And then the next one is a tried and tested, famous, cloned, copied, whatever, right? So from the house of Creed, it's the Creed Aventus, right? So the original pineapple, smoky, sweet banger, right? So top notes: bergamot, blackcurrant, apple, lemon, and pink pepper. And then the mid, you've got pineapple, patchouli, Moroccan jasmine. And then the base, you've got abroxin, cedarwood, birch, musk, oak moss, right? So packed full of notes, but it smells good, right? It smells very good, and it's a niche fragrance, right? So yeah, so the top 3 here are niche fragrances. So I'm in the top 3, the business end, right? So this is the stuff that you really show the father in your life, that you really, really appreciate them. You know, these 3 yeah, are bangers, right? These are all-time great fragrances, right? At number 2, from the house of Parfums, Mali, you could have chosen one of many from this line. Layton, right? So you've got Layton, your Layton exclusive, but just the normal Layton is good enough. Top note of apple, lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange here. The mid, you've got geranium, violet, and jasmine. And then the base, you've got vanilla, cardamom, sandalwood, pepper, kayak wood, and patchouli, right? So a great, great fragrance. Well done. If you ever get an opportunity to go into one of those stores that sell this, go in there, smell it. Trust me, you will not regret it if you buy it for your dad. Your dad will love you forever, right? And you will remember your dad forever. Perfect. So at number 1, this is my all-time favorite fragrance that I'm yet to acquire, but soon, very soon, right? From the house of Killian, Angel's Share. This stuff is the stuff, it's just magical, right? This is a magical fragrance. It's boozy, it's sweet, it's vanilla-y, it's just everything, right? So top note of cognac, right? The boozy type of gentlemanly suit and tie, I mean business type of fragrance, right? So if your dad, the father in your life, is that kind of gentleman, this is the fragrance for them, right? And then the mid here, you've got cinnamon, tonka bean, oak, and hedion. and then vanilla, praline, sandalwood, and candied almond in the base, right? This stuff, you'd want to drink it, right? You smell it, you'd want to drink it. It just smells amazing, right? It's a fragrance that I recommend quite a lot, right? Yeah, so that's my top 10 list of recommended fragrances for you to get for the father in your life. 15th of May, it's Father's Day. Mothers, sons, daughters, do good by the father. Appreciate the father in your life who's been there through thick and thin and has, brought a little bit of light into your life. With that said, please like, subscribe. Till next time, peace, over and out.